Why?
Let me know when everybody's ready. Jeremy!
Where's Jeremy?
Oh, I didn't need to.
You're like in my will. Louie! Louie!
Louie!
You're in my grill.
Larry! Carter! Can you tell me when I'm good? Can you tell me when I'm good to go?
Not yet.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god, he's got all of
Sounds good. I should have picked better shoes for this. What? I said I should have picked better shoes for this. I don't want to fall.
If you fall, at least you'll make for a good memory.
True. That's a good, yeah. And the camera up there will probably see it too.
Mark Trevor.
That makes sense.
Okay, I gotta change this.
Yep.
Good.
I know.
His energy is infectious and he has played a vital role in our success over the past 3 seasons. Mark has accumulated 17 goals and 22 assists, totaling from 39 goals to 88 played thus so far in his career. Mark was also a member of the liaison executive board, serving as the vice president during the 2025 season. Mark has pursued his doctorate in physical therapy and pursued a career in the elevator and construction industry. Mark would like to thank his mom and dad, grandpa, sister Madison, and Elmer Taylor for their presence during his entire hockey career. Please give a round of applause for senior forward number 17. Trevor is equal to a competitor. His tenacious attitude and constant pursuit of excellence positions him to not only be one of the best goalies in the hockey ACCHL, but in the entire country. Whether it was a miraculous save or dealing with defenders in his crease, Trevor always remains laser focused. He put the entire ACHA on notice when he assisted the Bronx to make multiple regional appearances, as well as 2 mid. Played an integral role in helping the Bronx win the Rock title in 2023. Over the course of his illustrious career, Trevor has earned many accolades. 2-time first-team All-Rock, 2022 Mock Rookie of the Year, 2023 Mock Tournament MVP, 2023 Mock First-Team All-Goalie, 2023 ACCHL Showcase MVP, 2024 ACCHL Second-Team All-Goalie, 3-time Honor,
Give it up for the Rider University Ice Hockey Program's class of 2025.
Good evening, everybody. You're watching Rider Bronx Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting live here on YouTube. My name is Carola Pascal, joined alongside by Eric Johnson. It's senior night, Eric. Had a good little thing beforehand for the three seniors here on Rider.
I was going to say, definitely a big night for those three individuals, those three men, as the Rider University Bronx get ready to take on the St. Joseph's Hawks here at Cy Fieldhouse. And the three seniors that were honored have made such an impact over the past 4 years on the program.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Eric. The three guys, the three seniors, might as well get to the names of them. Obviously, they were in the pregame ceremonies, but Cole Schneider, Mark Marin, and who else but Trevor Giborowski?
The laundry list of accomplishments for Trevor is certainly a strong list. You could say that he is certainly a record holder and a leader in this clubhouse, and it is very easy to see why.
Yes, it certainly is. And we were talking about it during the pregame ceremonies for senior night, and retire that jersey possibly might be on the cards.
I was going to say, because I don't think anybody before or since will wear number 29, much like Trevor is. A history-making weekend for him just a couple of weeks ago in the last game at Cy Fieldhouse.
It's been a great week. It's been a great, honestly, 4 years for all three of these men. As we come into this one, let's get to the actual game at hand here on senior night. Rider taking on the St. Joseph's University Hawks. As we get into this one, Rider currently 14-10-1-1, St. Joe's 12-8-1-1 on the year in the ACCHL Elite Division. Rider looking to try and end the year strong. They've got this game and then one more to end the regular season before playoffs against Siena. For St. Joe's, big game for them as well. Their league or their conference game's already over, so they just look to try and collect some more wins here at the end of the year.
2 weeks ago, we were talking about how big that Penn State weekend was for Rider. They played 2 games and came up short in both of them. They played Penn State tough. That second game, 6-5 loss, but they are definitely looking to rebound back to their form like they were just after winter break.
Yes, they certainly are, and as we take a look at some of the awards for the guys, we'll start here with Cole Schneider. 2023 mock top forward, 2023 mock tournament MVP, 2023 Rider top forward, 2023 DJ Nork Strength and Conditioning Award winner, and the 2024 ACCHL Player of the Week. Then alongside him, Trevor Giverowski. You talked about the laundry list of awards that he has, as I have the photo of them on my phone. It is a lot, let's say that much. 2-time first team All-Mock, 2022 Mock Rookie of the Year, 2023 Mock Tournament MVP, 2023 Mock First Team All-Goalie, 2023 ACCHL Showcase MVP, 2024 ACCHL Second Team All-Goalie, 3-time Rider Hockey MVP, 82 career games played, a career GAA of 3.09 and a save percentage of .916, the most saves in both Rider hockey history and the ACHA Men's Division II history at 2,818, adding more in the next 2 games. And then on top of that, the most wins as a Rider Bronco with 51.
You read that off. You did not miss one. I was fact checking you as you were doing that. The save number that we were talking about, 2,818. We were talking about this before the broadcast, over 1,000 of which came from this season alone.
He has faced a lot of shots, a lot of the galvanized rubber here in this one. And
galvanized rubber,
yes.
I like that.
And one person that didn't really get a shout out, but definitely deserves one here on senior night, a senior that didn't really get recognized, Trey Wright, doing PA for Rider, hopped on for color for a bunch of games here for us on BSB. So wanted to give a big shout out to Trey as a senior as well. So another one of the seniors for this Rider squad getting an honoring here in this one. As we get ready to go, let's take a look at the starters here for the Bronx in this one. Looking at the lineup, of course, it's going to be the seniors on that top line. Mark Marin, Cole Schneider, and Dom Cercio, the captain. Then Cole joined by his brother Ty on the back end for senior night. Then by Jackson Call, and who else but Trevor Giverowski. It
is very nice of Coach Fox to let Cole and Ty both start here on Cole's senior night. First thing I thought of, and of course starting with Marin and Trevor, getting the seniors the moment they deserve.
Exactly. It's the moment they've been waiting here for in their Rider career, as it's their final home game for all these guys, assuming none of them come back for grad years. I was trying to talk to Cole a little bit at one of the practices I was at, doing the mic'd up session with McKean. If you haven't seen that, by the way, go to the Rider Instagram.
That is a cheap plug if I've ever seen a cheap plug.
Yes, it certainly is a cheap plug.
You have no shame.
It is certainly a cheap plug, but I'm not ashamed of that.
You are not.
Either way, go check it out if you haven't seen it. But I was talking to Cole about it, asking him, are you going to come back for a grad year? Was kind of dodging the question a little bit on me. But either way, we're here for this one. Rider versus St. Joseph's, as we'll step aside now, send it to Trey Wright doing PA. Then we'll get the starting lineups for St. Joe's, the national anthem, and puck drop here from Cy Fieldhouse.
At center, number 3, James Carpenter. At right wing, number 24, Robert Romario. At left defense, number 44, Peter Borman. At right defense, number 26, Charlie Morithia. And in goal for the Hawks, number 33, Chris Schofield. St. Joseph's is coached by Dean Keeney. And TJ Evans. At this time, we ask you to please rise as you're able to and direct your attention to the American flag located in the St. Joseph's End. Please remain standing as we honor America and those who defend this great nation with the playing of the national anthem.
Always a wonderful rendition of the national anthem here from Xi Fieldhouse. And before we get kicked into things, just want to say there is potential, at least for myself and Eric. It may be our last Rider game. Now, I know we've said that for the last 2 years at this point, but there's real chance this time.
And we lied the last 2 years.
We lied the last 2 years. But there is real chance for us to not at least be the two of us back here next year. Eric still working his butt off over at MLB, trying to be full-time over there. And I have been awaiting the interview process over with the Utah Hockey Club.
You have been courted.
So we'll see what happens, but we're here for this one, so let's make it a good one. As we get ready for this end, we're off here between the Bronx and the Hawks. Quickly into the zone. Call will go back and try and track this down as Givarowski sends this one around. Looking here for Schneider. Along the boards, Marin takes a bump there as Cercio tries to get it back. Can't do so yet. Now Call with the puck. He sends across here to Ty Schneider. He dumps into the zone. Chasing after this goes Marin. It's ringed around. Cercio trying to get to it first. Bounces back up here to Schneider. That one tried to fire, got blocked in front. Good job there by Charlie Marate to get in front of that one as it's picked up and walked offside there by St. Joseph's.
Seeing a lot of Mark Marin in these first 30 seconds going after the puck, as we have expected him to do and have seen him do for the past number of years.
And looking on the other side of things, over in between the pipes for St. Joe's today, Christopher Schofield, 2-0-1-1 record so far this year, 1.67 GAA and a 947 save percentage. Excellent performances so far this year for him.
Small sample size, but a very strong sample size to say the least.
That is for sure, as this goes back here for the Hawks in their own end. This one's sent forward looking for the 74 of Brazil as it comes out of the zone. Long trying to get there, can't do so. Brazil with it again. Rauch trying to get on it. He lays the body right in front of the Rider bench as a rough guard and sends that one in. Benner spins away from the check, but gets dumped into the corner there. A huge check as McDermott throws a reverse hit. Things starting to get physical already here in this one as Zito pokes that one out of the zone. Benner back to get this. Already a minute 30 gone here in the game. No shots between either team as Blazak tried to get there, and that's going to be called offside there on the Bronx.
Blazak was certainly looking for that puck too. He was calling for it.
Face off right in front of the scorer's table here for Rider. That time it's won by St. Joseph's though as they move this one out of the zone. Mans can't get to that as Call will pick it up right back out on the ice here for another shift as this one bounces for Cusimano. He looks for Pape, can't find him. Kept in there by Jack Moore as it goes back here behind Givarowski. Bouncing puck for Call, has to spin back to Cusimano as he sends around looking for Blazak. Along the wall, there with the 28 of Stimmel. He can't hold it as Cusimano with it again. Up to Pape. He's able to get it out of the zone as tracking back on it is Jacob Lulek. Delayed offside there on Rider again as it goes back to Lulick. Sprung forward, nearly tipped there by McKeach as Stimmel tries to get on it. Pape there trying to corral the bouncing puck as it goes into the wall. Aiden Linzo there trying to get to it, couldn't do so. Into the corner now as we get a look at it on our second mobile cam. Louis Pascoli doing a great job over on our second camera down there in the corner as Schneider sends this one back up to Call. Call, a couple good moves to shift by as he sends this one into the zone. Cercio to give chase. You mentioned it earlier, Eric, in the pregame about that weekend up at Happy Valley. Was a tough weekend for the Bronx. 2 losses, a 6-0 loss in the first game, and then a 6-5 one-goal loss in game number 2.
We were actually talking about this a little bit last night before doing our research on these St. Joe's Hawks. But Penn State this year, I think the word we used was dominant.
Yes, 17-1-1 their record right now. A very, very strong team here in the ACCHL Premier. Currently the 1 seed in the Premier. Have the tiebreaker with Virginia Tech, and I'm trying to remember the other school off the top of my head. It is escaping me. I think it's NC State off the top of my head who has the other tie right now. Is this one right in on goal, held there by Schofield. That was the first shot on goal of the whole game, and we're nearly 4 minutes in.
I was going to say, it's very unlike the Bronx to wait this long to shoot the puck, but a nice little backhand, lifted up, and Schofield was able to make the save.
McDermott on the face-off there with James Carpenter. This one comes out of the zone, back to the neutral zone here for Ty Schneider. He finds Zito with the bouncing pass he sends in. Rauch on with Zito and McDermott right now, the forwards. A all-graduate student line here for the Bronx. All 3 of these guys won't be here next season for Rider.
I was going to say, we mentioned the seniors in the pregame and to start, senior night, but it's also worth noting the Bronx are going to feel the loss of their graduate students, Zito, McDermott, and Rauch.
Yeah, they're definitely going to feel it in terms of that regard, as well as Cercio, the captain. And alongside those seniors, like you said, it's going to be a new era of leadership for the players on the ice for next year. Obviously, you have some juniors and a couple guys that are going to be seniors. Alex Blazak, the primary one among them, as that one's held on to off the shot from Rauch by Schofield.
Rauch was fighting for that puck, able to get a nice clear shot, and Schofield able to make that save.
But like I was saying, it's definitely going to be a big change next year in terms of the leadership group for this Bronx team. A bunch of graduating seniors in Marin, Schneider, and Givarowski, one of the biggest ones, if not has been the main stalwart in between the pipes for Ryder over the past 4 years, or even really 3 years, since his first year didn't get to play a ton due to injury. But regardless of that, it's going to be a big change in the leadership core of this squad going forward. Now, there's a lot of really good talent here on the team in terms of young talent that they have, especially on the back end. We've talked about it all season with how young this defense is for Ryder, as this one is flipped in the zone here. Gingras trying to lay the body on rough guard, and this one will go all the way down as one of the new guys this year, the freshman, Jake Bennett, touches up on it.
Now, the other thing that we've also talked about over the years is, for everybody that you lose due to grad student, graduating senior, you're also going to get hopefully new faces. And, these new faces, we've been saying it again, like you said, with the defense, but really all over the place. The freshmen have definitely grown their game over the course of this season.
Yeah, the freshmen and the sophomores have really done a great job to really step up here, as this one is covered up by Schofield again, as Connolly getting into it with Carpenter now here after the whistle. They're still going at it as they give each other a shove. And one of the things that you were talking about, Eric, with the freshman and sophomore taking a step, Gingras centering both the Connolly brothers, getting a look on that third line for Ryder, has definitely shown some really good presence here in his first season. And one of the guys that we've talked about a ton over the past couple of games, Brendan McKeach, out centering this line between Blazek and Pape, as this one's blocked here on the shot from Cole. Brazil out the other way, looking, tries to dangle on through, couldn't do so. Schneider got down to block it. Back up to the point for Doyle. He sends back in here to Brazil as it's picked up here by Schneider again. He plays out. And I was going to say about this line of Pape, Blazek, and McKeach, we might see this one for a while, especially going into next year.
Yeah, this might actually be as a little bit of a collision there. Bronx able to keep the puck, but this is a group that, has really, these past 2 to 3 years, from what I have seen, just you could see them easily being the leaders of the forward group.
McKeach with it now, trying to get this one right in front for Pape. He just lost the handle as Cole fires one on. That one is knocked away there with the pillows there of Schofield as Blazek has it around. Finds Pape, looking to go back to McKeach in the slot. Bronx with a ton of zone time here right now as Cole sends this one lower to McKeach. McKeach able to keep it, sends around here to Blazek. Blazek looking right in front. That one went off the outside of the post as Cercio will have to try and track this one down, and it will go for an icing here on St. Joe's.
Bronx so far 5-0, leading that shot category.
And doing what they do best and keeping the play in the offensive zone. They've done a great job of it so far here to start this game. 13:58 left to go here in period number 1. As that faceoff won back there by the Bronx, trying to keep it as Marin. He sends around. Schneider with it, looking. Cercio high slot, he fires and he scores! Who else but the captain, Dom Cercio, here on senior night? It's Dom time, everyone.
Cole to Dom made that look absolutely effortless. A perfect pass from Cole and a snipe from Dom. Let's take a look at that one more time.
We'll take a look at it here if we can, as take another look at it. Looks like we just caught the very end of it there, at least with the Dom time celebration, but
Cole behind the net, looking backhand, finds Dom wide open, who just absolutely lasers it past Schofield. 1-0 Bronx early. As here comes St. Joe's with the puck. They are looking for one as it goes high on Givarowski.
Dom right back out on the ice here for this shift, trying to kick it away back up to the point. This one played back in deep. Down to get it is Yeoman. He gets pinned up along the board. Schneider gloves that one down off the pass from Maratea as it's taken here by Schneider. Schneider sends this one into the zone. It's knocked away, though, there by the 44 of Borman as it goes up along the Bronx bench and dumped in there by Ryder. Left off by Schofield. Picked up here by the 26 of Maratea again. He looks for an option, plays across. Schneider just wiped out there right at the blue line. Dangerous play there as him and the 44 of Borman got caught up with each other.
Could have been way worse there for Cole Schneider, but he unintentionally broke up that play.
And out the other way it goes. It's Cercio walking right in a huge save by Schofield. And him and Schofield come together, and Cercio gives Schofield a pat, saying, my bad.
Dom took that one in on his own, beat several Red Hawks to get that shot onto Schofield.
6-12 in the first period.
So shots currently 7-1 right now, here with 12:49 left to go in this late night senior night game. Was a 9:40 start time or so, as this one floats right over the top of the net off the glove of Schofield. Was really a later start than that, since we had the pregame ceremonies and then the 10-minute warm-up.
As I've called it all season, BSB after dark.
As this is taken here by Zito as he gets it away from Linso. Dumped in there by Rauch. Rough Garden. Up off the wall, comes out of the zone as McKeach just lays, or actually McDermott just lays the hammer, excuse me, as it's taken here by Schneider and poked forward. Zito trying to keep it, can't do so. Looking to send it in here is Ryan Mans as he gets pinned up against the Bronx bench, taken here by Rauch and played across. Bounces off the skates of Bennett as this one is dumped in here by St. Joe's. Taken by Schneider again, up off the wall. Rauch able to steer it out of the zone. Goes back here to Lulek. Now picked up by Patrick Doherty. Picked off there by Connolly. Into the zone he goes. Has Gingras with him. Gingras back to Connolly, trying to get the shot off, couldn't do so. And now it's spun out of the zone. Schneider's going to have to try and track it down. They wave off the icing as Givorowski plays it away. Kept in the zone here for a second by McKay, but now it's pickpocketed there by Bennett as he gets stripped there by O'Rourke. Bennett comes together with O'Rourke, and we're going to get a penalty here on the play as Bennett got knocked down at the end. And we'll have to see who this is going to go on. I think it might be Bennett.
I was going to say, right now, early indications are saying Bennett, and it is going to be Bennett, so the Bronx will head to their first penalty kill of the evening.
And it's going to be a hooking call on Bennett. So Bennett will head to the sin bin here. And the Bronx on the penalty kill have been pretty good so far this year at 77.4% on the PK. And the power play over on the other side of things for St. Joe's has been fantastic, to say the least, as Givorowski makes a stop there off the shot from the blue line. Currently 15th best power play in ACHA Men's Division II out of 182 teams at 66.7% so far, 14 for 21 on the man advantage this season.
And we were talking about St. Joe's earlier. Their last 10 games, 7-2, 0-1. But like you said, it's that 66.7% of the power play. Bronx need to watch out for that.
Yes, they certainly do. Here with about 30 seconds or so gone on the PK as Call tries to send it out of the zone. Can't do so. Kept in at the point as Rauch just lays the hammer at the blue line. That was a big-time check on Kuba as Rauch has it again. He sends this off the high glass, and it comes out of the zone and will go all the way down.
Strong clear there from the Bronx.
1 minute left to go here on the power play for the Hawks, as this one will get played back into their own end here. Maratea takes it himself through the neutral zone, tried to break by McKeach, couldn't do it as he plays this forward. Schneider trying to get on a shorthanded chance there, nearly got to it as he has it again. Had it for only a second though, as it's played forward there by Corey Long. McKeach eating up some time here on the PK. He will flip this one away, picked up by Ebersol as he sends in.
I think McKeach wanted to get that over Ebersol's stick, just couldn't get enough height on it.
Kept in once again here as McKeach tries to play out, can't do so. Bounces to Schneider though. 15 seconds left to go here on the PK for the Bronx as this one bounces in front. Brazil trying to get there. McKeach on the doorstep, but Schofield is able to cover.
Schneider known for scoring shorties, almost had a prime opportunity of one right there, but Schofield had to cover.
9:35 left to go here in period number one. Shots currently 8-3 right now. Riders still with the 1-0 lead off the goal from Dom Cercio in his final home game here as a Bronc. And honestly, who else would open the scoring but Dom? The only other one would probably be Cole. That's the two I think that we had on our betting
bingo
sheets.
card.
Yeah, on our bingo cards.
Yeah.
And for Dom, he's been so great this year. In
Easily,
game number 15, coming into
his
this
best season as a Bronc.
And if it wasn't for the unfortunate injury that made him miss about 4 weeks or so, about a month or so, as the Broncs are able to kill off the penalty to Bennett, back to 5-on-5. But like we were saying, Cercio coming into this game in just 14 games, 27 points. Now makes it 28, 15 goals on the year so far. As this one is sprung into the zone, Schneider will have to go back and collect. They wave off the icing. About 9 and change left to go here in the first period here on senior night between the Broncs and the Hawks, as that one's fired on waffle border away there by Givarowski. Gets a big cheer there from the crowd here at Zai as it's dumped in once again. Call with the puck. He lays off, kept in the zone though here by the 20 of Doherty. Looking in front, no one was there as Call takes it away. Call, he plays in. Opts to give chase on it too as him and Zito drive into the zone. Out the other direction. This will go all the way back to Givarowski as he plays it off for Ty Schneider. Just mishandled the pass as Doherty has it. Doherty looking, being hounded by Ty Schneider. This one knocked away here by Marin. Marin with a chance, walking in. Marin, he fires that one, saved by Schofield. Fought that one off with the shoulder. As out the other way, Cercio just gets hauled down there by Roughgarden as he gets shoved into there by Bennett. Things already starting to get a little bit chippy here as Schneider will chase after this in the near side corner.
The Broncs are going to need to be careful. Those two plays were right in front of the referees. They were very lucky that wasn't the second penalty kill of the game.
Flipped out of the zone, gets by the glove of Marin as Yeoman will pick this up off the wall. Trying to find Cercio, couldn't do it as Roughgarden was there. Mans has it in his skates, can't find it as Marin comes over to keep the puck. Sends this across the ice. No icing waved off by the referees. Didn't have enough juice to get to the red line anyway. As Stimmel sends this one forward. Stimmel gets a bump from Zito as Mans fires. That one's gloved up by Givarowski, and he holds on for the whistle. And we mentioned the Broncs last weekend. For St. Joe's, they've been kind of a streaky team coming into 2025. They had a 7-game win streak as Givarowski makes 2 big stops there back up to the point. We'll get back to that point in a second as now it goes way out of play up into the netting. Like I was saying, though, about St. Joe's, a bit of a streaky team here as they come into the year of 2025. Had a 7-game win streak going into winter break and have lost 3 of the last 4 here at the start of the spring semester.
Yeah, I was going to say the word streaky is a perfect way to describe it. Despite being the last 10 games, like we were saying, 7-2-0-1, 6-2 at home, but 6-6-1 on the road.
As this goes back here for more, and for Ryder at home, they are 8-5-0-1, and on the road they are 6-5-1. So pretty much closer to even when it comes to playing away games, and then on home ice, they've been definitely a little bit better so far this year when it comes to playing here at Zai. First year here at Zai as well for the Broncs, as this will go all the way down for an icing here on Ryder, but first year here at Zai for Ryder. As it seems like now we finally get the clock stopped here. But either way, like I was saying, Eric, your opinions here for the first year here at Zai.
You know, as far as Cy Fieldhouse goes, it was certainly an adjustment for the Broncs. You know, like I said, I haven't been doing obviously as many games I have been in prior years. As there's a nice shot there from Connolly, but anyway, it's definitely an adjustment, and I think the Broncs have adjusted well. It was a little slow to start. You know, the first couple games were a feeling out process was the words I used. early to start this year, and I still think it was. But again, being accustomed to what Cy has to offer, the Bronx have certainly been playing better at home than they have been to start the year.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they had the one game where they started the season against Seton Hall where they just destroyed the Pirates here on home ice. And then after that, like you said, it was a feeling out process as Benner trying to power move around. He gets a stick grabbed into his arm. No call. We continue as Rough Garden has it. Goes back up to the point. Here's Gingras. Blazak nearly got leveled. Indeed, he did get leveled by Brazil. The Bronx wanted a penalty as Gingras fires. That one goes wide. Cusimano with it. Looking for an option. Goes back up to the blue line here. Walks the line. Puts it back in deep. Looking for Blazak again. Blazak trying to cut by Brazil, able to do so. Trying to lay the pass off, looking to get it back here. Pokes that one forward into the slot. Now it's stolen away there by the Hawks. Kept in there by McKeach, though, as he lost the edge. As he's able to get it back, though, from Brazil. Great job to keep the puck. McKeach trying to walk it on the backhand. Shovel shot knocked away there by Schofield into the corner.
Great job all shift long to keep that puck in the zone from the Bronx. There was some really good puck passing there, especially near that blue line. Great job there from Rye to get some opportunities.
Pape with it again. Has Marin with him. Marin with it. Back to Pape. Trying to toe drag and fire. Saved there by Schofield. Yeoman was there trying to get a chance to fire. Couldn't get it on target. As Pape tries to go back to the bench here at the end of his shift. Cercio hops on. Dumped into the zone. Brazil offsides as Givarowski will lay this one off here for Yeoman. Under 4.5 minutes left to go here in period number one. As Marin tries to keep this in the zone, can't do so. As he plays forward, looking for Schneider, bounced off the skates there of Lulek. As it's played back to the neutral zone. Sent away there by the 23 of McCabe. As Schneider gets it, spins this around, looking for Cercio. Him and Maratea into the wall as Schneider comes over to try and give some help. As he goes down to Cercio from the seat of his pants, looking for Marin. Got a whack on it, though. Some great hand-eye there from Mark Marin as it goes up to Schneider through traffic. That one trickles wide as Cole gets on it, looking back for Dom at the slot, but it's taken here by the Hawks again.
What a job there from Marin, taking a baseball swing at that puck, trying to get it in.
Very Pete Alonso-esque.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're Mets fandom. Trust me, I know. As this one sent into the zone. Zito trying to chase after this here. Up along the wall with Jack Moore. As Zito has it again. Trying to keep it there. Can't do so. As he's in a board battle now. Right along the hash marks. Bennett able to keep it. Fires that one on. Knocked away there by Schofield into the corner. McDermott trying to get a whack at it. He's able to get it away from Moore as it bounces right to the side of the cage. Now tipped forward here for Doherty. He can't keep it. Rauch puts it back in looking for Zito. Goes back up to the blue line. Bennett able to keep it in. He cycles lower for Zito. Zito weighing his options. Plays this one to Rauch. It bounced into skates as Bennett picks it up. Bennett looking to the backhand. Looking for an option in front to McDermott. Just couldn't get the shot off. Found it on his backhand. As it goes the opposite way. Trying to drive around here is McCabe. As Zito just laid him out. The helmet comes off. And we get a whistle.
That was a strong hit from Zito.
And Zito didn't even catch all of them. And that was actually Aiden Linzo who got hit on that play, and he wanted a call. The bench for St. Joe's wanted one as well.
How about that pass earlier from Bennett to find McDermott right near Schofield? Pristine pass through at least 3 Redhawks.
He's really found his footing this year after coming back from the concussion earlier in the season. As this one goes up here to Pape, he tips forward, trying to get on it is Ebersol. Back to Rough Garden. Up off the wall, finds Kuba, but it takes a hop right up into the bench of the Bronx. Shots currently 12-6 right now in favor of the Bronx. They still have the 1-0 lead, courtesy of Dom Cercio, as the faceoff will end up at center ice here. That time won by St. Joe's. Sent forward there by Cusimano as it's picked up and played back to the neutral zone. They're able to find the 86 of Dylan Kuba, the freshman from Aston, PA. As Ebersol will have this bounce on him. Pape trying to get on it. Pape with it. He fires sharp angle. Shot goes up and over as Schofield did a good job to close it off as McKeach has to go back and collect here with Mans all over him, up off the boards. Finds Blazak, trying to play through to Yeoman. He's offside, though we'll have to track back out. As Cercio will give chase here. Ebersol with it again. Ebersol nearly had that stolen by Cole Schneider as it goes back out to the neutral zone for Kuba. Kuba lays off. Mans with it back to Kuba again below the goal line as Schneider just dumps him into the end boards there. What a hit there from Cole Schneider as Cercio tried to get to that, couldn't do so. Walking in again, that one's blocked by Cole. His stick blocked as he's trying to kick it out of the zone up to Cercio. Has Marin on his other side, 2-on-1 if they can hurry. Cercio to Marin, he fires, saved there by Schofield with the pads.
Marin just could not get all of that puck.
As it's kept in here by Schneider, he fires, that one goes up and over as Marin's able to hold on here. He sends back lower for Cercio. Pinned up along the boards as the 26s come together. Now taken by the 19 of Lulek as Cusimano's able to keep it in between the hash marks and the blue line. Still with the puck, he puts it back in deep. Under a minute left to go here in period number 1 already. Been a fast-moving opening frame to this game. Cercio with it again. Still in the zone here for the Bronx as he goes back up to the blue line, looking for an option on the backhand here, pokes it forward. Able to find the 71 of Convery as he tries to keep it in the zone. He's able to do so. He sends hard around the boards. John Connolly to chase on it as Convery was there for a second. Now down to 30 seconds here in the frame as it's played back out to the neutral zone. Mike Connolly now with it, driving in, looking to fire. He does, that one goes wide as McDermott, who had just hopped on, is able to keep it in the zone. Connolly to Connolly, down to McDermott now looking for a shot opportunity as this one goes back up here for the Hawks, looking to try and play out for one last chance here to end the frame. Into the zone they go. This one fired on, saved there by Gavorowski as it goes into the corner. Another chance at the goal line as McDermott will just pin this up against the boards and send it away. And that will do it for period number 1.
Like you said, a fast-moving period for what we're used to here. But again, it was mainly because of only that one penalty. But again, not a lot of stoppages. Bronx lead 1-0 from Dom Cercio.
That will do it for the first period. Shots at the end of 1, 14-8 in favor of the Bronx. And like you said, Cercio the lone goal of the frame. Bronx will head into the first intermission with a 1-0 lead. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the second period of action for you. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Ryder Bronx Ice Hockey presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting live here on YouTube. My name is Carlo Pascal, joined alongside by the always wonderful Eric Johnson back here.
I like how it was my, and then you switched it to the always wonderful.
Well, listen, my always wonderful broadcaster.
Thank you. I really pumping the chest here. I like it.
As we get ready to go here for period number 2 between the Bronx and the St. Joe's Hawks. Ryder coming in with a 1-0 lead here to the second frame, courtesy of Dom Cercio. As we get ready to go, just want to say a quick thank you for joining us here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting for this late one here on Friday night. Don't forget, we've got 3 more games this weekend here on BSB, all for Rutgers. Tomorrow, Rutgers D3 taking on Rowan, who's actually playing right now down at Widener, currently a 3-1 game last time I checked on it. In favor of Rowan right now. That's a heavyweight match for AAU D3, as those two teams are ranked super high in the national rankings for the AAU D3. And then on Sunday, we've got another Rutgers game. Another Rutgers AAU D3 game. They take on Stony Brook. And then after that, we've got one more Rutgers D1 game to round out the weekend as they face TCNJ for the second time this weekend.
And you're not going to believe this. We have another Rutgers game Sunday night. I'm kidding.
But either way, we're getting ready here for the second period. So thank you once again for joining us here on Breakout Sports Broadcasting.
So let me ask you this, Carl. I wanted to ask you this before the start of the game, but I'll ask you this before the start of the second. You think we're getting goals tonight from Schneider and Marin?
I think Cole's going to find the back of the net for sure, and who knows with Marin. He finds the back of the net at some of the craziest times.
Had a great first period.
Oh, yeah, had an electric first period. So did Cole as well, had a couple really good chances. As that top line of Schneider, Cercio, and Marin back out now, here to start the second period. Marin, with it, pitches this one forward to Dom, looking for an option. It spins away from him, but he's able to push this forward. Schneider back on it. He fires a shot. Schofield able to hold on with the pillows. Coming into the period, shots were 14-8, now 15-8 with that shot there from Cole Schneider. As another one in onto Schofield from his brother Ty, and another save there for Christopher Schofield.
You want to talk about people I was impressed with their first period? Ty Schneider, absolutely one of the top names on that list. A lot of minutes he got in that first period, and he made the most of them.
He certainly did, as this is sent in here onto Givarowski, and he will just cover that one up for another whistle here. Romarino was the one who sent that one in. The freshman from Williamstown, New Jersey, 5'11", $185. 17 points so far in 19 games for him. Has been pretty good for the St. Joe squad this year. McDermott to take the draw. Not able to win it that time as it's kept in the zone here by the Hawks as it bounces here up to Rauch. Sends here for Zito. Zito, the grad student, walking in. He fires. That one goes wide of the cage as McDermott tries to spin and fire. Zito puts it wide again. Another good chance there for him as he shoves somebody into the end boards. Gets his stick back, but we're going to get a penalty here on the play. And this is going to be against St. Joe's. And I think it's going to be on Jack Moore. The sophomore from Point Pleasant Borough, New Jersey. He's going to go to the box for interference here. So to the power play go the Bronx. 24.7% so far this year, 21 for 85. And meanwhile, on the other side of things, St. Joe's, not the best power or not the best penalty kill so far this year, sits at 57.7%, currently 134th in ACHA M2 out of 182 teams.
I'm looking at the Bronx power play. You were talking about the 24.7. That's a decent amount on the power play, but I'm specifically looking at this. 85 power play opportunities. That is extremely high and very well done for this Bronx squad.
They draw a lot of penalties, that's for sure. Cercio walks in and fires. That one's blocked away, and it comes out of the zone. That was a big-time block. They're from Peter Borman. Taken here by Blazek, but like you were saying, Eric, Ryder does a great job to really draw penalties with the speed they have and the shiftiness to try and get around players, as Schneider has this at the point. Plays here to McKeach. Back up to Schneider again as he looks for a lane. Fires. That one's kicked aside there by Schofield. Blazak on it again. Back to McDermott down below the goal line. Taken and played up off the glass and out there by Borman.
Like you said, the Bronx have always done a good job at drawing penalties, but it's not really until you see that number 85 where you're like, wow, this is very, very, very impressive.
Sends this one lower. Connolly with it. He fires. Schofield able to make the save, and he holds on for the rebound. Shot 16-10 right now in favor of the Bronx. Pape off the draw, trying to find Roush here with 40 seconds left to go on the power play as this one steered out of the zone by Ryan Mans. 3 points in 9 games for the sophomore from Rockaway, as driving in here is Cusimano. Cusimano looking to get set up in the zone. Marin with it, now back up to the point for Benner. Benner back to Marin. Weighing his options, finds Benner, high slot, he fires that one. Didn't get enough on it as it goes into the corner here for Connolly. Trying to keep it in the zone. Pape comes over to help him. Pape looking below the goal line. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Had Rouch in the middle, opts to keep the puck here. Pape to Benner. High circle, lays off here to Marin. Still with the puck, spins and fires that one. Deflected there by Mike Connolly as it goes into the corner. We're back to 5-on-5 as Moore will go to the bench. Kept in the zone at the point for a second there by Marin as now it comes out off the stick of Mans. Benner in the corner, has Mans all over him as it's picked up here by Brazil. As it's sent around. Kept in the zone there by Ebersol as now O'Rourke with it. He tries to fire. Connolly got a little bit of a stick lift in as Bennert sends this one out. Bouncing puck corralled here by Rouch. He keeps it away. Plays this up to Pape. Trying to keep the puck. He sends in deep as Cercio and Blazak hop on. Now taken by Ebersol again.
Bronx were definitely looking to get some fresh legs on. They had a tired group out there.
Cusimano sends in. Ebersol looking to try and go back at it again here. He's able to keep the puck away from Blazak. Sends this forward. Cusimano trying to tap it in the zone. Cercio with it again. 1-on-3 driving in. Brazil with it, able to keep it and play it out as Mann sends it in deep. Ivarowski out to play the puck here. Cercio tries to send it up and out of the zone. Can't do so as Brazil just dumps him to the ice there. Just gave him a little bit of a shove with that 6'4" frame as Blazak sends across to Cusimano. On the backhand, Cusimano with it. Fires a shot. That one saved by Schofield as it bounces up off the high glass as Maratea corrals it. Maratea plays out to the neutral zone. Schneider is there as Blazak is going to go to the bench here. Maratea sends this one forward as goes all the way down to Givarowski again. As trying to keep this here is Cusimano. He sends around. Zito with it. Zito across to Schneider. That's going to be called offside as we get a whistle here with 15:06 left to go in the second period. And before we go into the next play, looking over to the left of us here, John McCouche walking into the building, another BSB member, bringing the gear from our Rutgers game over at our Rutgers D1 game earlier on. They won with a overtime game winner from Connor Reagan.
This is impressive skill climbing up the stairs with that.
That is a heavy crate.
box.
That is a heavy crate that he is carrying up those steps as Zito fires. That one gets fluttered up and over the bar as McDermott tried to put it in. As John is walking over now, Zito still with the puck, McDermott with it again. Trying to keep this in the zone. He sends around. Zito there, trying to keep it in the corner. Puck taken and picked up here by Borman as big shout out to John for bringing us the gear as he signals he's going home. As covering up on that one is Givarowski. I'll be seeing John tomorrow. He'll be back working another Rutgers game tomorrow for us, and then he'll be at both games on Sunday for Rutgers. So
it's a busy
four games in 3 days for him as well.
Big John weekend.
Big John weekend for us here at BSB. It's a big weekend for me, too. I've got 5 games in 5 days myself.
Oh,
so.
big Corolla weekend, too.
Big Corolla weekend.
So you can tell we have a little bit more fun on senior night than we usually do. But I did want to mention, Trevor stopping all 12 shots so far. Like we said, that he was going to add to that shot total and that save total. And he certainly has so far. He has been perfect so far. As the Bronx take it in now. Blazak looking for it on the backhand. Tries to feed it past Schofield. He's just going to gobble that up.
And good job there by Schofield to read that shot from Blazak. As we're down to 14 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Shots 20-12 right now in favor of the Bronx. Still the 1-0 lead here for Ryder as McKean cycles here at the top of the circle. He spins and fires and scores! Brendan McKean with a rip. Top shelf. Let's take another look at it. This was right off the face-off. He took it off the draw himself, pushed it forward, went down below the goal line, cycled back up to the top of the circle, and just wired a wicked wrister, popped the bottle. And what a shot there for McKean.
You know what Brendan had a lot of during that shift? Space. He was able to do whatever he wanted with that puck once he got it off the draw, skating it behind, and like you said, Corolla, taking it like a cycle and just lasering it past Schofield to extend the Bronx lead and double it to 2-0.
And that's what McKean does best. His speed off the face-offs is just excellent. And that's one of the things he does best. He just drives around the zone with crazy speed. As John comes up here in the booth yet again.
We were talking about Brendan earlier and just how dynamite he's been after this winter break. He has been among the Bronx best players over that stretch of time. As here's another chance here, and it is just poked away by the Redhawks. But he has been absolutely dominant over the past number of games.
Certainly has been, and John is actually going to hop on for a second here to say hi.
Hello, fellas. We just had an electric game. Glad to be joined alongside Eric. Corolla just gave me the heads up. That's a big mistake, but we just had a great Rutgers game. If you haven't gone back and watch it, go watch it, but make sure you watch this one first. It's a pleasure, Corolla. Always.
Yes, sir, it is, John. Yes, sir, it is.
John McCooch, everybody.
Big shout out to John for bringing the gear over. We'll see you tomorrow, John, also here on BSB, as I'll see you tomorrow for calling that Rutgers D3 game. This is hockey, he says, as he walks off back to his car to go home for the night. Had a long day, already was up at the office in Secaucus. Fellow MLB Network alongside you, Eric, as Schofield with a big-time stop there on Gingras, looking in front again, and now we get another whistle.
Yeah, Gingras was looking for the wraparound there. I like how you had to defend John having a long day and him going home. Like you had to defend him for that.
Oh, I'm not defending him for it. I'm just saying he had a long one.
Yeah, he could have stayed, hung out with us.
It's been a long day for him.
Goes home.
Trust me, they had their senior night over there, so sure it was a long day there as Marin with it. Backhander safe there by Schofield.
We were talking about Marin earlier taking shots from all sorts of different places. That one up close on the backhand. Schofield able to stand tall.
That was a big-time save there for Schofield. As it's picked up here by the 19 of Lulek as he sends it out to Mans. Schneider takes this one down. Now to his brother Ty. He just sends it into some open ice here in the neutral zone as Lulek plays back here. Schneider able to pick it off. Into the zone with Marin. Lays back here to Cercio. High circle looking. Cercio winds up the cannon and fires that one over the bar.
Just a little high there for Dom. Had a little bit of space above the shoulders of Schofield. Just sent it a little bit up.
As Ty now walks into the zone. Ty Schneider tries to dangle through. Schneider, his brother there behind him. As Ty with it again. Couldn't handle that bouncing puck as he tries to get it back here. Loose stick right at center ice as now it's finally grabbed. Yeoman trying to get back up here to Cole. He's able to keep it. Looking for Marin in stride. Has Cercio with him on his right side. Marin fires that one. Saves Cercio on the doorstep. Trying to fire right on the doorstep again. It won't go. Another chance. Blocked in front. I don't know how that didn't end up in the back of the nets. I don't know how the Bronx didn't score there. Cercio tried to glove it down and get the shot off, just couldn't do so as he has it again. Brazil couldn't get to him as Cercio looking to split the defense and get the shot off saved there by Schofield. Point blank robbery there by him.
I was going to say, that was a well-done job there from Dom to cut right through two Redhawks. And he mentioned how the puck did not go in. It was because of Schofield right at the front, stopping it at the doorstep. Face off here, won by the Bronx. Rouch taking it now. Zito finding it up close to McDermott. Schofield again able to stop it as the Bronx are able to get it out of the zone.
And Bennett trying to keep it here at the red line, pokes that forward for a second as the ref looking right at a play there. The Hawks were saying they wanted a call as Bennett got up high there on Dylan Kuba, as this will go all the way back here for the 44 of Peter Borman. Borman across to Kuba again. He backhands this one up and out. Glove down there by Cusimano. Good glove as he sends back in. Zito and McDermott to chase as Moore goes back to collect. He sends around. Rouch able to keep it in the zone. Rouch looking. McDermott in the slot. He scores! What a shot there from Mark McDermott. Let's take another look at it. That was a rip there from Mark as he tips the cap to the bench.
3 goals, 3 absolute wicked shots. McDermott able to find the open zone right here and just rifles it past Schofield, knocks the bottle off, and gives the Bronx a 3-0 lead on their 27th shot of the day. A big goal there for the grad student. That is 2 grad students so far finding twine. Very well done from Mark.
And over talking to the referees, one of the Hawks skaters, looks like one of the assistant captains of Chris Masanova. As this one sprung forward, trying to get on it, here is Ebersol. Ebersol fires. That one goes wide of Givarowski as it goes all the way back here to Roughgarden. Givarowski sends to the corner as Cole will play this one out of the zone. Roughgarden with it again. That's Mark's 14th of the year. Has been great so far this season. As in the corner, Yeoman just gets knocked down hard. As he able to keep it as Carpenter. He tries to fire as Yeoman and Carpenter getting into it. The threes coming together as Cole gets this one out of the zone. Foot race back out the other way. It's going to be called an icing here on Ryder as McKeach goes into the end boards hard there.
What an effort by McKeach to beat that icing out. Just didn't quite have enough finesse.
And cue the Bon Jovi. We're officially halfway there as Trey Wright plays up the Living on a Prayer. Here with 10:01 left to go in the second period, officially now halfway through this game. If the clock would start still, it's still paused. Now it finally hits the 10-minute mark as out the other way, Blazak nearly got there. He's going to beat out the icing, though, as he actually overskated it as Maratea plays it around. McKeach trying to keep it in the zone. He goes down hard as Pape is able to keep it. Now taken by Maratea. He's sandwiched into the end wall. Bunch of players along the boards there as down hard into the end boards was Cusimano. He just got trucked into the wall. Actually, that was Jackson Call as it goes out all the way down. No icing. They wave it off as Yeoman will go back here. Masanova trying to pressure him as Connolly gets it. Connolly driving in, lays off here. Gingras with it across, looking to Mike Connolly. Just couldn't connect on it.
Seeing a lot more of the Connolly brothers in this game in particular than there have been on others as Trevor gobbles that puck up for his 15th save of the evening.
And Gingras just dumped Masanova. And now he comes over to Cusimano to have some words. Things starting to get a little bit chippy here between the two squads. Faceoff is going to end up to the right of Trevor. O'Rourke versus Gingras on the dot. The 72s together as that one bounced right off of Givarowski's glove. As Connolly has it along the wall and just avoiding that check. Trouba style going into the boards there on that play. It looked like it was the 23 of Riley McCabe as he's getting into it now with Connolly in front of his own bench.
Both teams need to be a little bit careful here.
And Connolly actually got stopped by his brother Mike. Might have actually took a charging call if he had gotten all the way down to Borman there as this goes into the corner. Gingras along the wall has it stolen by Doherty. Picked up by Borman, trying to play out. He's able to do so. Borman across. That one kicked aside there by Givarowski on the shot. Looking right in front of O'Rourke. Can't get the shot on target. Givarowski might have got a piece of it with the paddle as Schneider is going to take this one. Pokes it away from Doherty.
There's Cusimano on there with O'Rourke as the Bronx have numbers.
Laid back here for Connolly. This one across to his brother. Mike couldn't get it to go. Cusimano had his stick lifted. Trying to keep it in the zone. Connolly trying to fire. Schneider there as well. Cusimano, he fires. That one's deflected and goes up into the netting as he just gets pushed to the ice there by O'Rourke. And like we've been saying, starting to get a little bit chippy here in this one. Referees might have to try and calm things down here a little bit. Teams not happy with each other right now, that's for sure. Shots 28-15 right now in favor of the Bronx. 3-0 in favor of Rider, the score. Here with 7:53 left to go in period 2. As this is taken here by Roughgarden and sent around. Yeoman able to keep it in the zone. Tries to send lower looking for Marin as Roughgarden has it again. Out of the zone it comes. Bennett puts it right back in though. As over to get it, the Hawks again. Looking here for Mans. Mans nearly got crushed there by Cercio. Luckily, he only got the stick.
Cercio was definitely looking for that check as well.
As it's picked up here by Yeoman. Plays the pass out to Schneider. Now to Marin. Marin spins this puck away, looking for Schneider. Along the wall to Dom. Has it knocked aside. Benner walking in. He fires. Saved there by Schofield as it bounces away. Good job on the clear in front of us. Benner getting into it now below in the corners. They're going after it now. Benner throwing hands as we got each other going after her. He was getting tangled up there with Trevor Stimmel as they came together there for some brouhaha behind the cage.
That definitely was not what I saw coming. They were throwing absolute haymakers at each other.
I don't think they ever really fully got the gloves off.
No, but I think both are content with their 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to see if it. I'm sure it'll end up being 5 minutes each, but we'll have to see as the referees are going to discuss things here. But I will say, if they did get the gloves off, they still would have been punching cage on cage.
Oh yeah, which it would not be the
smartest decision,
the wisest move.
No, that's for sure. It was more of a couple of swings and a couple of whacks and shoving. But either way, we'll have to see what this ends up as.
Because Benner looked like he was
trying to go.
He was really trying.
He was trying to go, that's for sure. And I wonder if we'll just play 4-on-4 here. Right now, it looks like it might be 5-on-5. Oh, the referee's signaling over to the Bronx bench. It's going to be 4-on-4. So it will be 4-on-4. They're going to call this coincidentals as we wait the official word on the penalties. I wonder if this will just be 2 minutes for roughing each.
That's what I am beginning to think.
We'll have to see what it's actually called as we await the announcement. Rauch able to kick this one into the zone. Maratea. Puck bouncing here. Rauch able to get it back. Spinning around, trying to kick it to his blade. Can't do so. And it will be roughing calls as Maratea with a spinorama move to keep the puck away from McDermott. He sends in. So both Stimmel and Bennett off for roughing here with 6:40 left to go in the middle frame as that one bounces away from McDermott. Carpenter with it now. Carpenter driving into the zone, looking to try and cut by Cole. Walking, he fires. Saved there by Givarowski. They were lucky there was no one there on the back door waiting for that rebound as Rauch walks into the zone. Lays here for McDermott. Trying to walk through. Power move to the net. Couldn't get the shot off in time. As it goes back out here for Carpenter again, looking to get by Schneider. Beautiful move to cut by him as he walks in. Carpenter, he fires and scores. What a goal there from Carpenter as now McDermott going after it. And he just got a punch right in the face afterwards. What a sequence.
Let's start with the goal from Carpenter. That was a very well-placed shot on Trevor. Carpenter getting right by Ty Schneider and just firing a shot, giving Trevor the St. Joseph's it to 3-1. And then afterwards, we got just a flurry of events.
We certainly did.
That ended up with McDermott getting shoved in the face with some other post-goal antics, let's call it.
Let's say that much. And I think they might give McDermott a penalty here as well. And it seems like they're signaling to the benches it's going to be 3-on-3. But first off, I will say, that goal from Carpenter,
wicked.
Filthy goal from Carpenter.
And he was able to get past Ty Schneider, too, and just...
It was a beautiful move, just played it almost Ovi-like right off the wall, back to himself, and just roofed it on Givarowski. He doesn't get beat short side high a lot. That time he did.
It was quite the sharp angle from which Carpenter shot that. Now, let's get back to the current present day. 3-on-3. If it is the case, and it is 3-on-3, I actually think, and I've said this before, if you've ever heard Kroll and I call an overtime game, that this is better for the Bronx.
It certainly is.
Because the Bronx love that wide open space. They love being able to do a couple fancy trick plays with the puck and being able to pass and find their open man. And it is 4-on-3, so even better.
So the Bronx are going to go to the power play.
Yes.
So we'll play a minute of 4-on-3 hockey, and then a shortened power play for about 55 seconds or so for the Bronx. But Carpenter, his 10th goal of the season, a ridiculous goal unassisted for him, as now Ryder on the power play, 4-on-3. Cusimano with it. And Carpenter will get the penalty here as well. It's going to be a roughing call to him. Schneider across looking there for Cercio. It comes out of the zone.
All 4 goals that have been scored tonight have been absolute amazing shots.
Nothing but highlight reel as Schneider walking into the backhand. He drives around the cage. Cole weighing his options here, goes back to Cusimano at the point. Cusimano back down to Schneider. Looking for a lane, back up to here for Dom. It skips by his stick and comes out of the zone. But like we were saying, as we're down to the final 5 seconds left to go, a 4-on-3, and then we'll go to 5-on-4 as Dom walks in. Dom driving around, now to 5-on-4 as Cercio across. That went for Blazak, a huge save in front, and they score anyway. It's going to be Blazak. So Blazak on the power play goal. We'll take another look at it here. And it seems like for some reason the instant replay didn't want to work, for whatever reason that may be. But regardless of that, the Bronx make it 4-1.
That is one that Schofield is going to want back. Because that was as great of a shot as that was from Blazak. Schofield had a piece of that, and it still trickled into the net. That is the last thing the St. Joe's Hawks wanted, was a goal right after trimming the deficit to 3-1. Now the Bronx extending their lead to 4-1. Amazing goal. Good for Blazak getting on the score sheet.
And Blazak has just been red hot since coming back to the lineup here at the start of the semester. Think of where the Bronx might be record-wise if they had him for the whole season. They'll have him for the whole year next year, hopefully. But it's a power play goal there for Blazak, his 6th of the year, as Pape has this. Pape at the point fires that one through traffic, glove down there by Schofield for a second as it goes behind the goal line. Yeoman crushed along the boards by Kuba. That's going to be a penalty there on Kuba. Into the power play are going to go the Bronx again, as this one is kept here by Pape. Extra skater on. Pape sending this one lower, touched up there, no whistle yet, as it's stuck in the skates down at the goal line, and now we finally get the whistle. And right back to the power play are going to go the Bronx.
So the Red Hawks the Hawks giving up a goal and then immediately taking a 2-minute minor.
It's time for the Modern Auto Tinting and Detailing Power
So back to the power play for Ryder. Already 1 goal on the man advantage. The most recent one is Blazak's. Schneider sends this to Cercio. Across looking for Blazak again on the back door. Just couldn't handle it. He whiffed on the pass, but it goes back up to the point for Schneider. Sends this one lower. Skips by McDermott. This one hard around, but not out of the zone. Cercio with a good keep. Now up off the wall. Cercio just nearly got shoved into his own bench. Out the other way goes Maratea. Maratea with it. He fires. That one goes up and over. Went past Givarowski as it goes all the way off the wall there, as McKeach will have to pull up and play back here to Schneider. It's an elbowing call on Kuba as Cercio walks in. He fires. That one gets deflected there as it goes into the corner. Blazak sends around here to McDermott. He tries to handle, can't do so. 1:15 left to go on the power play for Ryder. 3:33 left to go in the second.
Look at these 5 guys on the ice for Ryder. Cole Schneider and the 4 goal scorers so far tonight.
These are the big guns out on the ice here for the Bronx as McDermott tries to fire that one in front. McKeach can't get it to go as it goes out the other way. Carpenter avoids the check there from Cercio. Beautiful move to walk in, looking to go for another highlight reel dangle as he's able to keep it here along the wall as that one skips right in front for Givarowski. Schneider spins away from the check, has to play here to McKeach. Driving in here with 38 seconds left to go on the power play, now below the goal line. McKeach looking to Rouch, he fires it, it's saved by Schofield. Highway robbery there.
I can tell exactly what Justin Roush was going for. He was looking for a spot on that circle to go 5-hole on Schofield, and he went just a little bit high. Great shot there from Roush.
Back up to the point here for Rouch again. He fires, that one trickles wide. 27 seconds left to go as down into the boards went Marin as Benner gets it back at the point. He fires redirected in front. Cercio tried to spin and fire. Actually, that was Pape who tried to fire. Beautiful redirection saved by Schofield as Marin has it again to Benner. Back to Marin, back across Rouch in front to Pape. Schofield somehow had it, and they score! The rebound snuck through Schofield, and Connolly put it home as now we've got more extracurriculars after the play. We'll take another look at it here. This ping pong passing here from the Bronx. Just superb work here on the power play. Marin across Rouch to Pape in front, and on the doorstep, Connolly able to tap it home as it snuck through the 5-hole there of Schofield. And now it's 5-1 Ryder.
Passing was absolutely masterful on that man advantage. Connolly finds his way onto the score sheet. A 5-1 Bronx lead in an absolute, almost perfect second period from the Bronx. Almost.
Almost, except for the 1 goal for St. Joe's. And like we said, highlight reel from James Carpenter. He's been all over the ice so far in this one for the Hawks. Was able to find the net, but Mike Connolly, his 5th goal of the season on the power play, able to put that one home. And the Bronx are up 5-1. His brother now on the puck, John, goes back up here to the point as he gets upended. This one redirected in front by Ty Schneider, won't go. As we're now back to 5-on-5 after the power play goal. Out the other way, Linso with it. Trying to drive around Blazak on the back check. Can't do so just yet. Now Linso with it. Delay penalty here on the play is going to go against the Bronx as Linso is able to keep it. Back up to the point now. At the blue line, Moore with it. In front, that one skips wide on the redirect.
Got a stick loose as well.
And now the other Connolly brother getting into it. And it'll be John Connolly who's going to end up in the box here. Slashing call here on John. His first penalty minutes of the year, actually, here in the second to last game of the season. Only played 7 so far, was injured for a good chunk of the first semester. Finally coming back here in semester 2 for the spring.
We were talking about that over the course of just over the course of the season. But the Bronx this year, it seems like this year mainly, have been rattled with injuries.
Everybody deals with them, and there's been a ton this season. Obviously, we mentioned Blazak. Connolly was out for a while. Kenna has been out for the rest of the season since the break.
We mentioned Dom earlier.
Dom earlier this year has battled injuries. Pape for a few. Benner with the concussion earlier this year. So it's been an injury-riddled season so far this season for the Bronx, but they've been able to power through. As this one's sent around here, Yeoman with the puck. Trying to clear, can't do so. Good keep there from Maratea as he looks lower. Back up to Maratea off the pass from Carpenter. Sends this one across to the high circle. That one blocked in front on the doorstep, looking to try and get that one on target. They couldn't do so as Carpenter tries to go hard on the end boards there with Yeoman as the threes come together. They're still going at it down there as Maratea has it at the point. 1 minute left to go in the second as that one blocked in front. Yeoman just got whacked there in front by Ramarino. Back up to the point again. Maratea blocked there by McKeach as this one goes across to Carpenter. Saved there by Givarowski, and it's sent away there by Cercio.
Yeoman had no stick, so it was essentially a altered 5-on-3 there for a little bit.
And Yeoman and Romarino, excuse me, have been going at it all night with each other. It's been all night relentless with each other. As this one into the zone for Brazil, 24 seconds left to go here in the frame as Givarowski holds on to that one off the shot from him. 40 seconds left to go here on the power play for St. Joe's. As if they don't score here at the end of the frame, they will start the third period with a short 20-second power play. As McDermott is able to win that draw, Schneider sends it up to the point, but Ebersol's able to keep it in with the shoulder. Good job to do so as this one bounces across. Kept in the zone. Rauch able to poke it out. Trying to get in a foot race here. Rauch out the other way. Ebersol on him. Spins away from him. Rauch awaiting help. Hit into the end boards as he has it poked aside as McDermott will take it back. And that will do it for period 2 as Rauch getting pushed away there by Ebersol. And more chirping going on by Massanova. And things starting to get out of hand here in this one. Refs have to try and calm things down as we head into the second intermission.
A strong period from the Bronx. When they let up that goal, it was a quick response back and a 5-1 lead. Of course, St. Joe's getting that abbreviated 17-second power play, but overall a very strong effort. We were talking earlier before the game started about how the Bronx needed to respond. They've done a great job.
But either way, that will wrap it up for period number 2. We're going to step aside, take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the third period of action for you.
ACHA Division Team matchup, with Ryder leading St. Joe's 5-1.
Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Ryder Bronx Ice Hockey, presented by Breakout Sports Broadcasting, live here on YouTube. My name is Carl Pascal, joined alongside by Eric Johnson. Back here for period number 3. Ryder now up 5-1 over St. Joseph's.
We were talking about how good of a period it was for the Bronx, and they absolutely made the most of it. Like you said, scoring 3 goals, either 3 or 4 goals, I honestly don't remember. 4. I'm getting the signal 4 from my co-host.
As I was taking a drink.
As he was taking a drink of water. But 4 goals for the Bronx, only giving up that 1. St. Joe's starting with an abbreviated 17-second power play. Overall, a dominant period from the Bronx. And just like we were saying earlier, they need a big weekend on senior night, and so far they are living up to the test. Ryder,
yes,
of course,
they certainly have been, that's for sure.
Ryder, of course, dropping both games last weekend to Penn State. 6-0 the first night, and then 6-5 on the Saturday. And I did want to mention this earlier, but that 6-5 loss to Penn State, we were talking about how strong Penn State's been, 17-1-1. You know, it stings to lose that game, but that they played a 17-1-1 team, you know, 6-5. That's still very, very impressive.
That is very, very impressive, as we are underway here for period 3, as Connolly waits at the penalty box door to come out here with 3 seconds left to go, as Schneider just pins it up along the wall, and we're back to 5-on-5. Good kill there for the Bronx as Schneider tries to take it away. Marin just hopped on, had it bounced by him as it's picked up here by Carpenter.
That's 2 very good kills for the Bronx on an excellent St. Joe's power play.
Into the corner now. Massanova tries to play back up to the point here. Marin able to take it away. Lifts that one forward there for Schneider. And we mentioned it in the second period as this one goes to Cercio. He fires. That one's blocked away there by the 9 of Ebersol. Good job there by the freshman from Gilbertsville. Out in PA, as this will go all the way down for a icing here on the Hawks. But like we were saying, that second period getting pretty chippy.
Yes, there was definitely some pushing and shoving going on, but at the end of the day, you know, nothing too serious so far.
Well, besides some tussling going on.
Like I said, serious. I mean, like full out
line brawling.
You know what I mean.
We've seen it in the past.
We've seen it. Yes, you know, we are accustomed to this, but nothing to that nature yet. But like you said, it's getting chippy, and there's still 20 minutes left to be played. And there is a team right now that is losing 5-1 that, you know, you could see frustration show.
As this is taken here by Ebersol, he rings it around, but not out of the zone yet, as it's played all the way back to the neutral zone now, as Benner picks it up. Shots 38-21 right now in favor of the Bronx, as Blazak sends in. Picked up in the corner. This one played here for the Hawks, up into the air, glove down there by McDermott, as he dekes by Kuba. Into the zone he goes, has Rauch on his other side. He fires that one, saved there by Schofield again. Into the corner now. Picked up and played out here to Kuba. One-on-one with Cole, trying to deke by him, able to get through on the backhand as Givarowski's able to make the save as he got pushed into the net as he just tried to shove at Givarowski. Shot comes on, Givarowski able to make the save. A bunch of sticks in between the goal there as Kuba and Cole both have no twigs. And now Kuba just goes right after Givarowski, and here we go. Cusimano goes after him. Cole over there to go after him too, as the referee tries to come over, and now here it all goes loose. Dog pile down in the corner. As the referee's pulling players off the pile. It's fight night here on a late Friday night.
I just want to point out that Corolla looked at me and shook his head. Right at my eyes and shook his head.
As Cusimano gets a whole bunch of stick taps and claps as he goes to the penalty box. And we'll have to see what the rest of these penalties are going to end up as. Right now,
Kuba going after Givarowski. Why? That was not what I saw coming.
I didn't think he was going to go after that. And Givarowski is not one to be messed with either in between the pipes. We've seen him get very animated at players at times, even his own team at times. As the referees talking the penalties over, right now, Kuba and the 19 of Jacob Lulek in the box here for the Hawks, and just Cusimano in the penalty box for Ryder right now. But some fight night action here on this Friday.
I was going to say, I thought the Royal Rumble was tomorrow night.
As it's a late one here, 11:40 on the dot right now.
And this one's on me. This one's on me because I said that there was nothing serious so far.
You jinxed it.
I did. This one's on me.
And right after you said that, pretty much everything kicked off.
Literally less than a minute later. So far, we only have the 2 minute for Lulek on the board.
As Cercio talking here with Massanova. They give each other a tap, as it seems like it'll be coincidentals for Cusimano and Kuba. And then Lulek is going to get, I assume, the third man in penalty. So we'll have to wait for the official word on the calls, but the bench over for St. Joe's not happy. And I'm honestly a little surprised Kuba didn't get more than just the initial roughing call.
I was just about to say that.
Like, Cusimano and Kuba were going at it for a while. Cole was going at it with Kuba for a while. And then Kuba went after Givarowski. So I'm a little surprised he didn't get more than just the one coincidental. But either way, the Bronx are going to go to the power play here. Schneider with this, sends this one to McDermott down low as Schneider has it again. Cercio calling for the puck, looking for the one-timer as McDermott has it to McKeach in front. And it's cleared. There by the Hawks, got by the glove of Cercio.
Past two power plays have resulted in Bronx goals, by the way.
As Cercio nearly got taken down there. In fact, he ended up falling at the end of it as down hard went McKeach and Romarino as Schneider fires that one saved there by Schofield, and things still starting to get even more chippy here. So all three players getting roughing calls. Lulek and Kuba both in the box for the Hawks, and Cusimano in the box. And we're going to get another penalty here on the play to the Hawks, as Romarino is just being a one-man wrecking crew now, and Bronx now have 6 on the ice as Schneider takes a bump. They're trying to keep it, can't do so, and touching up is Carpenter. Cercio having some words there with Romarino as he's going to go to the box. McKeach coming over. And it's getting to be a crowded sin bin over there for the Hawks right now. 3 players in the box.
I was going to say, it definitely looks like that there's not much room for more in the St. Joe's box, but Ryder going to the 5-on-3 advantage.
They actually have the penalties on the wrong sides of the board right now. It looks like they're trying to fix it, because the original penalty was actually put on the Bronx side on the penalty to Lulek. Now it's figured out, and now we'll play 48 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. The Bronx on the 5-on-3, then a shortened 5-on-4 as it's taken here by Marin across to Pape. He fires, that one's blocked away. It's going to be another roughing call here on the Hawks as Pape sends us across. Marin there looking back up to the point. Bennett to Marin. looking for an option, bouncing into the slot, and it's cleared there by St. Joe's. And coming into this game, St. Joe's had 280 penalty minutes so far this season, 12.72 per game. As Bennett sends this one lower, looking for Pape off the back of the cage. He looks around for Connolly. 5 seconds left to go, a 5-on-3 as Marin looks for an option. Back up to Rauch. It gets by him and comes out of the zone as Lulek out from the box. Marin driving in. He gets hauled down. No call. We continue. Rider bench wanted another as Pape is going to take this. 59 seconds left to go on the power play here as Bennett has it at the point. Walking into the circle. Has to lay back here to Marin. Marin cuts by Brazil. Walking, he fires. That one's deflected and goes up into the netting.
Marin was taking his time on that one.
And out of the box come Cusimano and Kuba. Just about 5 minutes gone here in period number 3. Shots 41-29 right now in favor of the Bronx as chased from the circle is the 72 of Zane O'Rourke. As Cercio tries to go back to the point here. Blazak able to keep it in at the blue line. Down to Cercio again at the half wall. Cercio sends around, able to find McDermott here with 37 seconds left on the power play. Across to Schneider. Schneider to the captain, Dom, looking in front for McDermott. That one won't go as Blazak has it. Up to Schneider, down to Cercio again, looking, trying to find in front for McKeach, can't get it to him as McDermott here with it. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Looking to power move to the backhand. That one's held onto by Schofield as McDermott got dumped.
Not often we see McDermott go in for those backhand opportunities, but it presented itself and Schofield was able to save that shot.
Face off one back here by McDermott. Back up to the point for Schneider. Now to Cercio, back to Schneider. Walking across to Blazak. In front, that one just kicked away there by Schofield. Got enough of it. 5 seconds left to go on the power play as Cercio has a stick held in front of him. As down went McKeach. He just got sandwiched hard into the boards. No call. We continue as he tries to get back to his feet. McKeach back up to Blazak. Walking. That one's blocked away as McKeach is going to go off to the bench here in some pain. Taken here by Blazak, back to 5-on-5 in front. That one goes wide by Schneider. He's going to get immediately looked at here by the trainer. As this one is played across here, able to find Connolly. Schneider now with it. Looking forward, trying to find Connolly, racing into the zone. He goes, already has one here in this one today. Connolly looking in front, can't find anybody as Doherty tries to get it as Connolly just went face first into the boards. And things still getting chippy here in this one. Teams very unhappy with each other right now as Connolly up along the wall. This one sent around. His brother John trying to get on it. He's hit into the boards hard there. Gingras trying to join them. He has it now, tried to fire a quick shot, got knocked away as Connolly's able to keep it in. Gingras again, bouncing puck. Sends it lower, looking here for John. John comes together there with the 28 of Stimmel as his brother throws a check into the end wall. Right back in here by the Bronx on the delayed offside. As this one played right off the back of the net there. Some good work there from John to force that as it goes back out here to Ty Schneider. Ty driving into the zone quickly with speed to the backhand. He fires Schofield on the rebound. It won't go as it bounces away. Schneider with it again, cycling here in the zone. Finds Zito. He wraps this around. Looking for Rauch. Trying to keep the puck here as Maratea sends this one away. Doherty trying to get on it at the hash mark. Zito there trying to keep the puck as Rauch picks it up, trying to fire. That's going to be called down for a hand pass as Zito might have just gotten a stick up high. And Zito down on the ice now. Trainer already attending to McKeach as I wonder if he's bleeding down there at the circle. Trying to get back up to his feet here as the trainer comes over.
Good to see Zito back up and skating back to the bench. But like you said, a skate or a stick did come up high, and it looks like it just caught him.
Seems like he's all right. He might get checked out a little bit there on the bench of the Bronx. As McKean's still being tended to, and the referees are going to discuss stuff here.
I noticed something as well during that Bronx shift, and that is that Schofield has given up a lot of rebounds so far this game, and the Bronx are not capitalizing as much as they normally do on opportunities like that, but they have, like I said, they've been just beating them with this wrist shot.
And the referees pointing to the bench. As Cercio was actually over there talking to the bench of the Hawks. And Cercio's going to end up in the penalty box here.
Trying to figure out what it was, unless it was the only thing I could think of is an unsportsmanlike for talking to the St. Joe's bench, but I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, he wouldn't have gotten an interference call if he was just talking to the bench. I could understand maybe a delay of game or something like an unsportsmanlike or something like that, but either way, to the power play go the St. Joseph's Hawks, and Cercio talking to the scorers table, Ryan Kenna down there. It is the score sheet today.
It is only a 2 minutes, so
they're going to call it an interference call like they signaled, but either way, to the power play go the Hawks. As this is taken here by Maratea. Hawks trying to get back in this game. Down by 4 right now here with 12 minutes left to go. As trying to keep it in the zone, here's Romarino. Him and McDermott into the wall hard. He goes down, kept here by the Hawks. This one meant back across, back up to the point. Now Maratea with it. Maratea looking for an option here at the blue line. Lays off Romarino with it again. Walking into the circle. He fires. That one saved by Givorowski. Loose in the crease. Another save there by Trevor. And it just bounces here right at the top of the slot as it's taken here by McDermott. McDermott looking to try and play this out for Schneider. Just couldn't do so. And Givorowski getting some big cheers here from the crowd.
3 big stops up close for Trevor on a lethal St. Joe's power play.
Down below the goal line now is Michael Brazil. He spins away there from Rauch. Back up to the point now for the 9 of Ebersol, as that one's fired on, kicked aside by Givorowski again. Ebersol keeps it in. 40 seconds left to go here on the power play. Back up to the point here. Walking lower, Kuba can't get the shot off as a St. Joe's player nearly ran right into the referee. Ebersol at the point, sends this one around again. Plays it lower for the 28 of Stimmel. Stimmel into the corner again, gets it back here off the pass. Now below the goal line, down one, a Hawks player. Another one goes down too as it's taken by McDermott. McDermott throws a huge reverse hit there on Brazil as he gets the bench going.
Gets the crowd going as well. That was a nice hit from Mark McDermott.
That was a huge hit there on Michael Brazil, the 6'4", 185-pounder, as McKeach nearly ran right into his own player. And great to see Brendan back out on the ice here for the Bronx.
Yes, that is a very, very good sight to see. Again, the Bronx need a big weekend, and Brendan is going to be a huge part of it if he was out. So glad to see him back in.
And one thing that we've talked about a bunch so far this year is, for Brendan at least, he is, and it seems like this faceoff might actually be at center ice instead of the icing. So they're going to wave off the icing, but like I was saying, for Brendan, he's what you would call a gamer. He will battle nonstop. And we've talked about it before, and we've talked about it with the coaching staff a few times, where he's just that kind of player. Even though he may be a little undersized at 5'7", 160, we've talked about it with countless other commentators who have been on the call with us here at BSB throughout this season. He plays like he's way bigger. He plays like he's 6'2".
And he is, you want to talk about somebody that is just slotted in perfectly, you know, and he's only a sophomore, you know. He plays very, you know, very, very well for somebody that's relatively new to this Bronx program. There's a shot from McKeach himself.
He has it again now down below the goal line. Spinning away from one. Brendan looking for an option. McKeach spinning away, lost an edge, but was able to get the pass through to Blazek. He fires, and he scores! It's going to be Pape on the doorstep who tipped it home. Pape able to get the redirect in front, and it is 6-1 Rider. And it seems like the instant replay not wanting to cooperate with us again.
The sixth different Bronx to find the goal tonight. Aaron Pape tipping it right in. Again, the Bronx able to capitalize on these rebounds, and Alex Blazek with a great shot, and Pape just able to tip it on home for the Bronx' sixth goal of the evening. Great job there from Aaron as Benner has the puck.
And we got another look at it there. It finally wanted to work for us. I'm not sure why. It just decided to freeze as Schneider fires. That one goes over the blocker's side there of Schofield, but either way, it's now 6-1, and like you said, Pape with the redirect in front, a perfect way to find it, and like you said, 6 different goal scorers tonight here for the Bronx.
St. Joe's with the puck now, taking it in, passing it up to Mans. Mans having the puck, fires a shot. Giverowski able to glove that.
His 32nd shot faced of the late evening here. As we are 3 minutes till midnight here in this one.
So it will officially be BSB After Dark.
Yes, it certainly will be.
I do want to point out that we did say that we thought Cole was going to find the back of the net. He has not, but
he's still got time.
He's still got time, and it's certainly not for a lack of trying.
As Cercio goes out the other way here, walking in. Dom, beautiful move to walk by, tried to play it back on the back door, just couldn't get it through. A good job to get on the back check there by Jack Moore and stop that puck as Dom puts his stick over his head. He wanted that one as Cole comes to give him a tap.
He definitely wanted that one, but that was just a great play from Moore, being able to follow Dom perfectly. Dom really didn't have a great look no matter what the shot was from. His best spot was to try and go for a far reach, but Moore was able to stop it.
Off the face-off, one back up to the point. Call at the blue line, fires that one through, gets deflected behind the goal. Zito back out on the ice as well. So good to see for him too, as Zito up along the boards. Has this taken away by Mans, driving into the zone. Mans with it, trying to cut around Call, looking sharp angle shot on the rebound. They can't put it home as Giverowski somehow got down and made the save. It is Trevor time. Somehow falling to the seat of his pants.
Spectacular.
What else can we say about Giverowski? We've seen it all at this point.
A reverse diving backhand.
That might be one of the best saves I've ever seen him make. That's saying a lot.
That's a buzzer beater for one of his best saves as a Bronx. Let me tell you that.
Man, oh man. Trevor Giverowski. You immediately pointed to me, signaled it's Trevor time.
Immediately, I had to.
As Schneider fires that one on, that goes up and over. As Zito up along the wall tries to play back, but it takes a hop into the netting and gets stuck along the stanchion.
But again, I look at Giverowski after making a save like that, just nonchalant.
That's what Trevor does. That's what Trevor does.
Very stress-free. Just makes it look easy.
Now, we've been calling games together for, what, 6 years?
Some time.
Some time at this point now.
Some time.
And we've seen a lot of Trevor Giverowski games over our time calling these games. like I said, that might be one of his best, and you called it a buzzer beater, and it is so right. As it's kept here by Carpenter. We'll get back to the save in a minute as Carpenter goes back up to the point here. Shot from the blue line from Maratea goes wide. Taken here by Benner, looking here for Connolly, who plays it out of the zone.
The thing about that is, again, just being able to quickly react and see, like, hey, the puck is coming on the other side. I got to do what I need to move to that side, and he is able to just have these cat-like reflexes.
As Bennett tries to duck around the hit here, can't do so. Getting held onto there as this one's played forward for Connolly. He fires that shot on, and it's gobbled up there by Schofield. As Bennett asking the referee why there was no call on the play. Either way, we stay 5-on-5 here with 6:39 left to go. In period number 3, shots 46-37. As that face-off won there by the Hawks. Puck sent forward, looking to try and find McCabe. Into the zone, he sends it in. Gavorowski out to play it. Sends here to Blazak. Blazak to Pape. Gets sticked away there by Ebersol as Pape sends it around. McCabe lays into Blazak, who just gets hammered into the boards there as it's picked up by Ebersol again. Up to McCabe. Lays it across. Looking to try and find O'Rourke as McKean's just drilled into him. As O'Rourke sends this to McCabe, couldn't hold on to it. It comes back to the neutral zone.
McKean is playing very physical for somebody that had to be, checked on by the trainers for a little bit. He is, playing with full effort. Like you said, a gamer.
And Schneider trying to get on the foot race here. Pokes that forward. Out to make the play there. Great job there by Schofield. Came way out to poke that puck away. As this bounces here for Yeoman. Yeoman along the wall. Linso and him having some words. As it's picked up here by the Hawks. Picked off there by Marin in the zone. Marin laying the body, trying to keep the puck along the half wall here. Can't do so, as Roughgarden doing a great job to move the puck out of the zone. Long trying to get at it. Roughgarden sends this one forward, and down went a Hawk. And now we're going to get a whistle for tripping here on call. He took down Brazil. And to the box will go Jackson Call. The West Bountiful, Utah native going to the sin bin here. So back to the power play once again. Go the St. Joseph's Hawks here with 5:14 left to go in period number 3. This one right in on to Gavorowski. Long got a redirect on it as this one is sent the distance there by Cusimano.
Strong clear there from Cusimano as well.
Back in their own end. Kept here by Maratea. He sends that one all the way down, and it's going to be an icing here on the Hawks on the power play. Was looking to try and get a tip in front. They just couldn't do so.
Yeah, I was going to say I was kind of surprised. You don't often see that, but we're going to get an offensive zone draw for the Bronx. Down a man.
It's going to be Cercio to take it. Rauch, Yeoman, and Cusimano on the ice right now, the other skaters. Here on the penalty kill for Ryder. As it's taken away here by Dom for a second, Linso plays this one back. Maratea with it again. Looking for Long, can't do so as Yeoman picks up the puck. Sends this one across to Cusimano. Cusimano pokes that forward, looking for Dom. One-on-one, Dom goes. He fires that one, goes wide of the far post and high. Yeoman able to keep it in the zone for a second, out the other way. Linso pokes it into the zone. Brazil trying to keep it there. Rauch looking to clear, he does. Trying to get on this is Cercio in the foot race. Able to get there for half a second, but bodying him out of the way is Masanova.
Both were looking for that puck. Neither were able to come out with it.
As Brazil enters the zone, taken here by Cercio. Looking here for Rauch, short-handed, just too far for him, but he gets back on it. Rauch with it, looking for Dom. He finds him. That one's blocked in front. A huge block there on the back check by Ebersol. Dom looking for his second of the game here with 30 seconds left to go on the power play for the Hawks. Down in the corner, Carpenter, who has the lone goal here today for St. Joe's. This one goes back up to Ebersol again. 20 seconds now left to go on the man advantage. Ebersol with it at the point, blocked by Cercio again. Cercio trying to get away from Ebersol. Looking to get back to the puck, can't do so as Carpenter with the puck stolen by Cercio, played across to Pape. Pape with some room here on the near side boards. He fires, that one's blocked by Carpenter as it goes around. McDermott trying to get on it, and that will do it for the power play. What a kill there from the Bronx.
The Bronx PK has been absolutely stellar all night long. That might have been their best one yet.
That might have been one of the best penalty kills of the year from them as Carpenter makes a nice little move to get by Pape. Driving in now, some good edge work from him. He fires, that one's blocked there by Ty Schneider as he hits him. Comes back out here to Lulek. Lulek has this one broken up as McKeach has it. Has Blazak with him. McKeach with it to Blazak. He scores! Alex Blazak does it yet again. Some excellent work there from Blazak. His second of the game.
Beautiful feed there from Brendan McKeach. Finding Alex Blazak. The Bronx are able to take this puck, and it is the 11 and the 74 off to the races. McKeach passed it over. Blazak just right past Schofield, and the Bronx now lead it 7-1.
And that was the 49th shot of the game, as now Marin getting into it here right in front of the penalty box with Lulek. They have some words. With 2:30 left to go here in the game, 7-1 Rider as Cusimano fires, nearly redirected in front there by Cercio, as it's kept here by Dom. Looking in front, that one right on the doorstep, they score! And who do you think it is? It's Cole Schneider right on the doorstep. And as Dom waves goodbye, it's 8-1 Bronx.
Cole was looking for that one all night long. There was no Bronx that was taking more shots this the game than Cole Schneider was. Tipping it right in on the doorstep. Absolutely beautiful. And this place came unglued for the man that absolutely deserved to become unglued for. An absolutely amazing thing to see, getting Cole the eighth goal of the night, but his 21st goal of the season.
And Cole has just written himself into the history books here at this Bronx squad over his 4 years.
And we're not gonna lie, we're very happy to see any Bronx goal, but we wanted that one for Cole in this booth.
We did indeed want that one for Cole, as we've got some more chirping going on down in the corner here. But either way, Cole scoring the 8th goal of the night as he gets a very loud cheer here from the Bronx faithful. It's going to be an unassisted goal there for Cole as well. And on that play, when we took a look at it there on the replay, Cercio spun that puck back around, and it just got stuck in the crease in between the skates there of Schofield. And Schneider just right place, right time, as he always is, and just puts it into the back of the net as Roughgarden sends this one forward as McDermott laying the body there.
It's not the prettiest Cole goal you're ever going to see, but, you know, whatever one to get number 21.
Zito trying to chase after this. Roughgarden just sends it into the zone as McDermott kicks it out. Dumped now back in. 1:10 left to go here in the game as Rauch tries to spring it out of the zone, can't do so. Sent back in deep, looking to try and play it across. Rauch with it. Bouncing puck, kept here by the Hawks, trying to fire. They can't do it as Yeoman goes into the corner. Yeoman with it, bouncing puck to Schneider. Zito is there. Under a minute left to go here on senior night.
We were talking about this earlier. The Bronx needed a big weekend this week. 8 goals to start off. That is I don't think you can ask for much more.
No, you certainly can. And what a victory here on senior night. 51 shots on the board here for the Bronx. Still with 41 seconds left to go here in the game. And for Rider, like we said, they needed a big weekend, like you've been saying all game, Eric. And 8 goals here on the board. They're going to travel up to Siena to go play them for the final game of the regular season, hoping it'll be just enough to put them back into the 14th spot in the men's Southeast M2 rankings. Currently at 15. The rankings came out earlier today. They slid down a spot from 14 to 15. Hopefully with the weekend, it'll be just enough to push them back into that 14 spot, as this will go all the way down for an icing here on the Bronx with 11 seconds left to go.
The Rider alum Brendan Convery
Walking past us.
saying hi to us.
Saw a bunch of former alumni here at this
They're
one.
right to our right, as a matter of fact.
As this one sent all the way down yet again here by the Bronx. Another icing with 2 seconds left. They actually wave it off, and that will do it. The Bronx win 8-1 here on senior night. And I don't think Coach Fox could ask for anything more.
No, I think that this is a night we're celebrating for the Bronx. You know, for multiple different reasons. Everybody going around, giving Trevor their best after a 41 save performance.
Not more you can really ask for from Trevor. The lone goal against him from Carpenter. Just a highlight reel there from him. And then for the Bronx, the offense came through. And on top of that, 7 different goal scorers here for Rider. The only one with 2 was Blazak. And what a performance from the high-flying Bronc offense here in this one.
And if you're Coach Fox, that's the part that you're loving the most, right? Yeah, you love the 41 saves from Trevor, but again, that's something we've usually become accustomed to. The 7 different goal scorers, that is huge, especially if you're going into the playoffs with any sort of momentum like that.
But either way, that will wrap things up for us here tonight. The Bronx are going to do a team photo from what we've been told. So we'll let it roll in for a little bit longer. But that'll do it for at least us calling the game here on this one. My name is Crolla Pascal, joined alongside by Eric Johnson. Final score 8-1 in favor of Rider. Final shots 54-42. Well, that'll do it for this one. We'll see you guys tomorrow, where Rutgers taking on Rowan in a big matchup in the AAU D3 division. But that'll wrap things up for this late night game. Have a good night, everybody.